Welcome to Big D. Paul Jones and Sherman Hamilton in Dallas, Texas at the American Airlines Center, where tonight the Raptors will take on the Dallas Mavericks. Sherm, a situation where the Raptors want to keep the momentum going, keep the pressure on Washington, who's just in front of them. And then the Mavericks, after a terrible start to the season, have really picked it up, and they still have designs on catching the 8th spot.
Well, you're right, and Serge Ibaka gets back into the lineup for the Raptors, and you think about what the Raptors did to the Dallas Mavericks maybe about 2 weeks ago at the Air Canada Center. You better believe Dallas has revenge on their mind, and these are the kind of games you want. Dallas is a team that plays with more pace now. They spread you out because they can shoot the basketball. They get dribble penetration, and the way the Raptors have been playing defense over the last few games, this is going to test them. This is going to really put a lot of pressure on them, on their ability to get back in transition, protect the paint as well as a three-point line. And Dwayne Casey has said this many times. You want competitive games to end the season, and this is going to be a competitive game. It's a tough building to play in, and this keeps you sharp heading towards the playoffs.
All right, when you think about it, Sherm, the Mavericks trying to do something that is very difficult to do, and that is rebuild on the fly. They still have the remnants of their championship team. As long as Dirk Nowitzki's around, they've got that, but they're going with the younger core, trying to put a younger core together around them. They've brought some guys in, a Yogi Ferrell, a Seth Curry, and they made a move for Harrison Barnes, a team that would love to get into the playoffs to get these guys some postseason experience.
Yeah, and they needed to do that. I mean, Dirk Nowitzki is still a great player in this league, future Hall of Famer, but you need to speed the pace up around him to allow him to be effective, and he can hold on to it at the end of the game because he's still that kind of player. But throughout the first 45 minutes, you want other guys to kind of create the pace and dictate tempo, and they're doing a good job of that. We saw Chicago play that style of basketball. No Dwayne Wade, their tempo was much quicker. They played in transition a lot more because Dwayne Wade wasn't on the floor. So again, in transition, the Raptors are going to be tested. They're going to have to not only close down the paint, they got to close out the three-point line and then get into the rebounding situation. So it's going to be a difficult challenge, and again, there's motivation for Dallas.
Let's hear what the coach and players had to say after morning shoot-around.
We got to stop coming back from deficits. You know, that's our next challenge in these last 10 games, understanding, you know, how to jump out on teams, sustain a lead, and win games that way. You know, we can't keep, you know, relying on us playing hard later in the game and, you know, outscoring the team and, you know, exerting so much energy, you know, late in the game to try to get a win.
When the game starts, you know, like, you have to be ready. You know, and there's no time. You know, we have to go for the game. We cannot wait and to get the game to come to us. You know, I think, but we're gonna work on it. We're gonna get better.
Because I'm an old believer that the way you start is the way you finish, and you make it hard on yourself when you do start slow. But I like the way we've been finishing games, the way we come back and have a disposition in third quarter, fourth quarter. But we need to not put ourselves in that hole, that 7-2, 8-2, 10-2 hole that we've been doing.
So you can see the game tonight, 8:30 Eastern on TSN, and hear it on the radio side with Sherman and I at TSN 1050.